Okay guys, Samapana, one more time. It's the Fusion 7 Mystery School. Samapana retreat is 7 days long. Welcome back, lovely to have you. Today is the first element and its name is Prana or Hera, okay, which also means air element. It's our first stop. So this is just a little excerpt taken out of the book of Enoch. For men were created exactly like the angels, to the intent that they be pure and righteous. And death, which destroys everything, could not have taken hold of them. And we do have these excerpts as we go through our different days. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the objectives of this whole class and whatnot. So here it is, I've got a few notes that I've written down here. So the objective of this class, guys, is evolution, ascension. And when I say the word ascension, I don't mean up. Okay, it's just a type of expansion. So sometimes we do tend to associate that word with moving upwards, but because everything is actually parallel, that isn't exactly how it works. Yeah? So evolution and ascension from the micro to the macro via the interfaced body of wisdom or Sophia using advanced transformation templates. Does that word ring a bell? Because this class is actually connected to sacred transformation templates, which is all about the platonic solids, yeah? Using advanced geometric formulas this time around. So it's about reconnecting all that we are to all that is. And this body of Sophia is actually encrypted in the elemental forces. So all of the wisdom that you're taking from this class, it's all encrypted into the elements, which is literally the stuff that we're made of. That's why it's so important. So each of our days is dedicated to one specific element. However, each element also has a shadow aspect. Perhaps originally it didn't, but down on the 3D level, now it does actually have a diluted, polluted, toxic shadow aspect. Yeah? So we're going to be dealing with these distortions, and so also another aim of this retreat also involves disclosure. So we need to know about all the dark, dense stuff in order to really be able to work each of the elements effectively. Yeah? So we're going to deal with the erroneous stuff so that we can transcend it. But it's all built into formula, like you don't have to worry about how it is that you do it. That's all sorted and ready for you in your manuals and through the processes that we're going to do. So of course we do require a deep and comprehensive understanding of each of those elements, which is why we're doing what we're doing. So we need to also be able to understand the functions and the mechanics of the elements esoterically, cosmically, biologically and spiritually. So for the first part of each day, that's what we're going to address. We're going to address how each of the elements actually function. Benefits. It's not just about what you learn. What are the benefits, right? It's got to be good for something. Okay, so it is the ultimate experience in consciousness expansion. I think I mentioned that before. It liberates the slave mind into the sovereign self state. Like if you really take it on board and you also implement it into your everyday reality, it's not just about what you're going to do in the classroom, but it's about what you do with it in your everyday reality, because that is actually where the wisdom is when you put what you know into action. That's where the wisdom is. So it also encourages the holonomic state. Does anyone know what that means? Holonomic state. Holonomiko. Holonomos duolu. So it's about being able to come into completion, which is the name of this retreat, isn't it? Samapana, completion. Yeah? It also affects, in a positive way, the Earth, the grids of the Earth, as well as other galactic and cosmic locations. So it really is up to you how far you want to take it, okay? So it also heals all aspects of the self. It has potency in life quality and life extension. Believe it or not, it can actually do that for you. So now we're just going to go over to the board for a minute and I'm just going to go over really briefly what it is that we do on each of the days. I won't go into the details. So for example, today is Prana or Hera. Hera is the ancient Greek word for the air element or air. Yeah. Listed, the platonic solid that is relevant to air is the octahedron. The Archimedean solid, platonic by the way, is male, Archimedean is female. Yeah. The Archimedean solid is, let me see if I can get this right, rhombic cube octahedron is the Archimedean solid name. However, we've given it an easier terminology and called it morphides hera, which means the shape of air, rather than all of that, yeah? The direction is east, the colour is green, the hand circuitry is thumb to index finger, and the pranayama is full cleansing breath. So that's a bit of info about today. Now a bit of info generally how we run the template. So that's the transformation stuff that you do. We go through 6 steps. Retrieval, uninstall, transfigure, reprogram, reinforce, sacred logos, which is like a power statement at the end that we're going to add to it later. And how we apply all of this, we run it through everything that we are. So we apply it to the harmonic focal point, which is the heart, corresponding to air, the astral field, which is the human energy field, the DNA, pair 4, which corresponds to soul, cosmic lessons and life purpose, the meridian system, lung meridian and large intestine meridian, it's all in your manuals, and endocrine system, pituitary and adrenals. After we've done all of that, then we do the primary source transmission ceremony that is for prana. Okay, so all of that, guys, will allow you, all of these formulas rather, will allow you to exit the false matrix. This is Samapana. So thanks very much. If you're watching live, share, follow, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. See you tomorrow for Earth Element. Ciao.